If you want to know if you're going to be single for a long time, if not at all, here are a few aspects that display that. Just a disclaimer, it's not like you're going to be single forever. It's more so you're going to have to figure out a few roadblocks that are keeping you away from the love of your life. The first aspect is Venus, Saturn, and the hard aspects. That includes Venus square Saturn, Venus opposition Saturn, and Venus conjunct Saturn. These people have a feeling of not feeling worthy of love and experience delays in their relationships. There are a lot of fears around intimacy, and they prioritize work over personal connections. The next one is Venus square opposite or conjunct Uranus. These people need freedom and independence, which make commitment challenging. Relationships with these people might start really fast, but they end just as fast. There could be unconventional relationship preferences with these people. It's interesting because usually these people would want to do relationship things very early on. For example, let's cook together, let's spend time with friends and family, let's plan a trip together, or let's do things that is more so embedded into relationship things. And then once they feel kind of tied down in that relationship, they want to break free and they want to exert their independence, leaving the other partner blindsided at times. It's not like they mean to do that, but they really love, but at the same time, they really love their independence. These people tend to have unconventional relationships. I think they might even be open to open relationships. The next one is Venus square opposite and sometimes conjunct Neptune. These people usually idolizes their partners. They put them on a pedestal. They give them traits without really getting to know them. And when reality hits, they get disappointed because the reality doesn't match their expectations. These people create a cycle of longing for perfect love, making it hard to settle. These people are known for meeting someone new and they're like, oh my gosh, they're the one, he or she is perfect for me. And they idolize them, how great they are to friends and family. And then after 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, or however long, where the relationship starts to settle in, they start seeing quirks and nuances of the partner that they don't like. And they may get upset and frustrated and want to end the relationship. The next is Moon square opposition and sometimes conjunct Saturn. These people usually suppress or neglect their emotional needs. They are not the type of people to express vulnerability, and that tends to lead to isolation in their personal relationships. The next is Moon square or opposite Uranus. These people tend to intensely need emotional freedom, which could cause inconsistency in the relationships and not ideal for long-term commitments. The next is Mars square or opposite Saturn. These people are usually frustrated in pursuing their desires. They may experience delays or obstacles in forming relationships, possibly due to external fears or external circumstances. For example, they may work a lot and they don't have time to form meaningful relationships, and sometimes they use that as an excuse. Mars opposite square Uranus. These people are pretty impulsive and they have an erratic energy in pursuing their relationships. Sometimes they're pretty sporadic, leading to instability or difficulty maintaining long-term connections. Saturn in the 7th house. This indicates delays or lessons to be learned through relationships. These people really need to mature and put in the right amount of effort for a partnership to succeed. Sometimes these people could display selfishness and have a belief system that they need to be served and not share. Uranus in the 7th house. These people need freedom within partnerships, which can lead to unconventional or non-committed relationship patterns. Nothing wrong with unconventional relationships. It just might take some time to find someone to match their energy. Pluto in the 7th house. These people may exhibit power struggles in the relationships simply because they fear vulnerability and they have a problem of letting go of control. And a lot of people are not with that. Afflicted Juno placements. This includes Saturn, Uranus, Pluto. This might indicate people that struggle with commitment and have a tendency to attract problematic partnerships, or they pursue problematic partnerships. These people will probably need to do a lot of therapy or shadow work to figure out what their emotional needs are to bring in the partner they need. Chiron in the 7th house, or if it's aspect in Venus. These people have been hurt a lot in their past, dating back from their childhood. And before they get into a relationship, they would need to do a lot of deep healing before a successful relationship can form. People that have North Node in the 1st house, they need to focus on self-development rather than partnerships. This can lead to being in solitude and by themselves, isolated, opposed to prioritizing relationships. Because once they do that, and if they get off their North Node, then everything kind of goes out of whack. All these placements are solvable, especially if the person really wants a partnership. It will just take some needed effort to achieve that, to see what patterns that you're exhibiting that is preventing you from engaging in a long-term relationship. Or maybe you may discover that a long-term relationship is not for you. Maybe it is ideal in this lifetime for you to be alone. Or unconventional relationships could be best for you. Maybe it's polygamy or polyamory, but it's only for you to decide. As I mentioned again, if you have any of these aspects, don't be discouraged, because I'm sure you have other positive aspects that could help you form a successful bond with someone else. But if you do have these aspects, learn more about them and see what you can solve within yourself, or embrace it altogether to be able to meet your partner in this lifetime. Do you have any of these? I would love to hear your story.